anticipation, but I promise you, whether you pursue the university experience or the workforce, there will be plenty more tests. In my opinion, high school is to prepare you to take tests, not just the kind that requires a scantron and number 2 pencil. As you think back to the kind of tests you've taken, many of these have been in courses in which you did reasonably well. Perhaps some of these subjects, for whatever reason, were even easy for you. Other tests, I'm afraid, are in subjects in which it's very hard just to pass. Today I'm here to talk about a different kind of test, one for which you simply cannot prepare. The kind of test that brings you to your knees, the kind of test that begs the question, why me? The kind of test that no matter how much talent you possess, it just won't matter. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk to you about the most difficult test, experience. A quote my senior English teacher shared with me when I was your age, by Vern Law. Experience is a difficult teacher because she gives the test first and the lesson after. You see, unlike high school, there are no study guides for experience. You will seldom be afforded the opportunity for a retake because you just weren't prepared. You'll never be given extra credit for bringing in Kleenex boxes. Life gives tests, ladies and gentlemen, that you will not understand until later. Sometimes you don't realize it for years, but experience tests you every day of your lives. These tests occur all the time. It can be a phone call, an email, or who am I kidding? It'll probably be a text message. Bad news never has good timing. What do you do when faced with a difficult test? A breakup, a death of a loved one, an illness, losing your job, missing out on whatever it was that you thought that you deserved. You see, these tests make no sense to us at the time. They may never seem to really make sense, but how you react to these tests makes all the difference in the world. Graduates, the rest of your life, you will face these tests, and they will hurt you. However, there is hope. Everything we go through shapes us into who we want to be. These terrible tests create your story. Imagine your life up to this point. You probably have 5 or 6 specific memories that you could create a storyboard with. Remember those science projects you did in middle school? Actually, your mom probably did it. You had these trifold posters, you set them up at a table, and you had these note cards, and you stumbled through them, and you told them about this volcano made out of something. Well, life is kind of like that project. Your life is filled with these memories and tests and experiences. You may not get it yet, but you're telling a story. It's ended there. Would you want to read it? Graduates, there is something in each and every one of you that is desperately waiting to tell. A good story. A good story has good characters, and good characters do not just give up because they fail one of life's will fail. Not in all things, hopefully not in many things, but some things. Life is not about being happy and everything is working out for you. I wish I could tell my own 18-year-old self that. Life is about people fighting through conflict and writing amazing stories with their lives. Stories that inspire those that are around them. Whenever you face one of life's most difficult tests, remember this. You are writing a story with your life. It may not make sense till much later, but work through these tests, young people. Never give up and tell amazing stories with your lives. You leave here today as graduates, but you never forget that we are always students, trying to learn lessons from these tests that we just don't understand. What kind of story do you want to tell with your life? One that will inspire, or one whose main theme is defeat and placing blame on others? Don't let life's tests defeat you. Let these tests inspire you to fight, not to give up. I close with this. Don't be average. Average people quit. Average people blame others for their own problems. Average people do not succeed. But you are not average. On life's tests, simply refuse to be the middle of the curve. Live long, healthy, and inspiring lives. Tell stories that others would want to read. Thank you.
this time, please welcome Jennifer Hernandez to the podium to present her speech, Carol of the Bells.
Thank you, Colin, and thank you all for coming. And thanks, graduates, for getting enough sleep after Friday's proms. You can come here. All right, I've only got a couple of minutes to give you all the nostalgia and advice you'll need in your entire adult life, so I'll give you the Spark Notes version, because I know that's all we've been reading for the past 4 years. This speech is entitled Carol of the Bells. Forgive the Christmassy pun. A bell rings. Slip into your assigned seat. Lean an elbow on your too small desk. Prop your chin up and listen as Miss Teacher screams her lesson, paces the room. All that energy at the crack of dawn? Ugh. Sunlight peeks behind drooping gray clouds, a blanket covering the sleeping students of the earth. Come on, where's your excitement? You've won the lottery. This classroom has windows. A bell rings. Scurry into the locker room, mistakenly inhale just as you reach the doorway, and then it hits you. Solid as a brick wall, that locker room stench. You should have held your breath. You know the system well by now. Walk when the teacher's back is turned, gather when the whistle blows. You respond to whistle by now. In fact, you know the difference between the whistles. Which one is for you, and which one is for that poor herd of freshmen trampling past as you bounce along the track, pretending to jog. A bell rings. Silence thickens the air. The only sound that remains is some kid in the back sniffling because there is not a single box of Kleenex in the entire C hallway. There's that, and the sound of you erasing all 50 of your answers because you accidentally skipped one Scantron bubble. Just outside the door, someone with A-lunch squeals, followed by heavy footfalls down the stairs, and some guys giggling, echoing the whole way down to the south path. A bell rings. Ah, B-lunch. Stomach growling, pick a spot at a perfect table, and imagine just for a moment that it's a yellow chair. But then your friends show up, and you sit shouting above the roar of conversation. Maybe you've started going out for lunch to avoid all this. Maybe you're racing back to the parking lot, just getting back just in time for class. A bell rings. You can't stop fidgeting because it's April. It's warm outside, you just know it, even if you can't see through those cinder block walls. With 4 weeks of school left, how can you be expected to think about trigonometric identities, the conjugation of verbs, or the Bantu migration? A bell rings. School is out, and you have 3 hours of baseball, or musical, or track, or tutoring, or jazz band, or homework to look forward to now. By the time you leave this home away from home, it's dark outside. And Saturday's no reprieve, what with that practice, or tournament, or competition, or performance, or sectional, or meet, or rehearsal, or game coming up. 4 grueling weeks later, you stride out into the open air, and there's the sun. Are those birds? And trees? Oh, I've missed them all these years. But wait, where are all the bells? How will you know where to go, what to do, whose whistle to respond to, who to ask to go to the bathroom? How will you know when this part ends and when to move on? There's a whole world out there, and you thought you were ready, but now you're not so sure. College, a paying job, a place of your own, sounds great, but you're not even old enough to rent a car from Hertz. Everything is backwards and upside down, and there's a part of you that actually misses the daily carol of the bells. As you stray from this place, where everything is so close-knit, so wound together, the threads are pulling apart. Ties between us, between you and your teachers and your friends are straining, maybe even severing. It's around this point when we'll all figure out that Snapchat might not be the most effective means of communication. But like I said, there's a whole world out there. And maybe you're not ready for it, maybe it's not ready for you, but here you come. There will be new people to meet, new places to get lost in, new problems to face, new responsibilities, and new jokes to laugh over, surrounded by your new group of friends. Not everything will change. But when things do change, like things are bound to do, you will cope. My hope is that you'll get involved in this work. My hope is that you'll watch the news or read it online. My hope is that none of us becomes complacent, that we don't just all let it slide off our backs without a second thought. My hope is that we'll listen to each other. My hope is that we don't all lose our hope, because cynicism will get us nowhere. A bell rings, in a high G that sounds kind of sharp to me. It's the last bell you'll be hearing
phone hanging on your chest.
Talk to God, go banging on his door.
You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock, you can move a mountain, you can break rocks.
Be a master, don't wait for luck.
Dedicate yourself and you can find yourself.
Stand in the Hall of Fame, and the world's gonna know your name. 'Cause you burn at the brightest flame, and the world's gonna know your name. And you'll be on the walls of the Hall of
You
Fame.
can go the distance, you can run the mile, you can walk straight through hell with a smile.
Be a hero, you can get cold, breaking all the records they could never could be
Do
broke.
it for your people, do it for your pride. Never gonna know if you never even tried.
Do it for your country, do it for your name.
Cause it's gonna be a day when you're
Standing in the Hall of Fame, and the world's gonna know your name. 'Cause you burn with the brightest flame, and the world's gonna know your name.
and you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame.
Be a champion, 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 be a champion.
Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions, be truth seekers. Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions.
Standing in the Hall of Fame, and the world's gonna know your name. 'Cause you burn with the brightest flame, know your name, and you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame.
You can be a greatest, you can be the best, you can be the champion, you can be the world, you can be the war, you can talk the champion, standing in the hall of
At this time, I would like to invite the senior performers and speakers and class president to go join us.
Claudia Christova.
Judith Huerta.
Michael Hughes.
Matthew Hultberg.
Ahmad Hussein.
Victoria Herchek. Timothy Stricker.
Daniel Stubing.
Morella Carpicia.
Nicholas Casino.
Sumbo Khan.
Zuena Khan.
Daniel Kim.
Ryan Kopis.
Christina Cook.
Evelina Kokoschka.
Emma Cole.
Aida Kandashiv.
Ivanish Konoka.
David Coper.
Athena Kopolis.
Anthony Kosowski.
Victoria Kozlowska.
Victoria. No, it's Victoria.
Michael Kramer.
Zoe Kropchak.
Claudia Krapitlowski.
Neil Kresge.
Timothy Kuchin.
Zachary Kunzel.
Michael Labuda.
Jeremy Leander.
David Leff.
Andrew Lee.
Alana Lerman.
Rosa Lema.
Kayla Lincoln.
Nicholas Lisowski.
Isaiah Lockett.
Gabrielle Lockwood.
Annette Lopez.
Emmanuel Lopez.
Joseph Luhan.
Sebastian Massiola.
Harrison McKay.
Serena Mackey.
Michael Marcucci.
Asus